what are the common reasons to get periods early or maybe delayed?
So medically, there are a lot of reasons, right? Why a girl can get her period very early or very late. Even though 16 is not considered very late, it's still in the normal range.
Okay.
But the average is 12, 13 when a girl gets her cycle. Now, in today's day and age, we see it come earlier, like the average has kind of come down to 10 for a lot of reasons. Environmental reasons being the most common.
Okay.
Depending on the food we eat, the toxins we are exposed to in daily life, which was not present in as much quantity so many years back. So that does change things. Saying all this, when we see a very young girl get her cycle, and if the associated factors do not match, we are working together with endocrinologists and everything, where we do try and delay that particular cycle, and we do try and prevent certain hormones from being released to help that girl on the other aspects.
Okay.
But that doesn't happen for every girl. Every 8-year-old girl who gets her period is not wrong, right? But you cannot take that for granted. You have to involve a medical professional to actually understand where you and your daughter stand.
And I have seen a lot of parents visiting psychologists also to seek help and understand how to deal their children.
Correct.
So
The thing over here is, coming back to the crux, that parents need to be well informed. Parents need to be well educated. Parents need to be open to have that discussion with their daughter and son.
yes.
So a personal example, I have a son. And does my son know what periods is? Yes. Okay.
How old he is?
He will turn 9, but he
Okay.
knows it from the age of 7, 7.5. Because my logic at that point of time was that if I do meet these girls in my consulting rooms, then my 7-year-old boy also needs to understand what periods are.
Yes.
And that is how you take things forward. That is how this generation or PD goes ahead,
Right.
and understands the importance of talking, being vocal, and discussing. So if he's aware, they are less scared. Otherwise, imagine a young girl suddenly going to the bathroom and seeing blood. If you don't know, like I can have,
right.
like rongte khade hona, because if you don't know what it is, you're going to freak out. You're going to panic ki, where is this blood coming from? And it just comes out of nowhere. So I'll tell you this one story of this one patient of mine. Okay, she's a young girl. Her mother has actually been my patient for a very long period of time. I have delivered this young girl. Okay. And one day, I just meet this patient, comes to me in my OPD, and she bursts out crying, and I'm wondering why. And she's like, you know what, this happened to my daughter. So I'm like, what happened to her? She's like, oh, she was in school and she saw blood in her panties. She thought that something must have hurt her or something must have happened. She did not inform anybody. After 2 days at home, I realized that, oh, I'm seeing stains in her panty, like washed stains, but stains. So I talked to her about it. And then I realized that she's got her period. Whoa. This girl is a 5th grader. So she's what, 10? Ke aaspas. So I'm like, you had not spoken to her about what periods are before? She's like, nahi yaar, I had not spoken to her. I'm like, see, that is where we went wrong. Fortunately, this girl, when she started her periods, only started spotting.
Oh.
Okay. But what if she got a complete flow? If she had a complete flow, she would stain her clothes, she would stain her undies, she would stain everything, right? And it would have become a bigger thing for her, with people asking, talking, discussing things about her. Fortunately, that did not happen. But that is when I told her, I'm like, see, talking about it. And she has a younger son. Okay. Also delivered by me. So I said, this is where you need to learn, that you need to keep them pre-informed. Today in the market, we have a lot of books in comic format, which help these young girls understand what periods are, why we get it, why we are so fortunate as girls to have something called periods, why boys don't get it. Because as they grow, and if they do have problems with their cycles, their first complaint is, why us? Why are the boys not going through it?
Right.
So they need to understand, why us? Why are the boys not going through it, right? So that is a thing. But yeah, this one girl always comes to my mind, especially because I've delivered her and all my babies are very close to me. So if she was pre-informed, and again, why was this lady crying? I'm like, why are you crying? She's like, oh, because she went through it. I'm like, it's okay. It's not trauma, you know, but deal with it. But we need to be okay with it. She's like, अरे मुझे तो 10th standard में आया था. I'm like, it's okay. And then when I told her that I'm seeing girls younger than her daughter, that is when she had a little, sense of calmness.
Yes.
That, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, and Doc, I think majority of them are in their schools, right?
True.
तो ये टाइम पे earlier, like when we were kids, ideally in 8-9 standard तक हमको ये बताया जाता था कि वो
what are periods,
right? हाँ. So now what is an ideal age that you think that schools should also take initiative to educate them?
I feel as early as the 8-9-year-olds should be informed and taught in a fun way.
Right.
Don't make it a topic. Don't make it a study thing कि ये करना है. Most of our schools now have these things on safe touch, unsafe touch.
Yes.
Right? You have these workshops. So have workshops about what periods are, and not for the girls, for the class. Make it a normal thing. Normalize periods, and the best way to normalize periods is to start talking about it to both the genders, and from a young age. That is how you're going to help normalize something as normal as periods. Yeah.